Okay, we have a 2005 SLK 350. It's smelling of burning oil on startup when it's been left for a couple of days. Clearly not what you want. And if you were to look at the front of the car when it was running after a startup, you would see smoke coming up from this area here. I've looked at what I think it might be on the internet and I think it's the oil separator. So closing in this device here, that's the oil separator, just there, held in place with 4 Torx nuts, or nuts and bolts, sorry, screws even, 4 Torx screws, and it has 1 pipe coming off here going away to the intake. I'm going to remove those 4 screws and the pipe and remove the oil separator. Okay, I have a new housing to go onto the car once I've got the old one off, which I haven't done it. This is it. There you can see the part number from Mercedes, and this part costs £50. I'm just going to remove it from the box, show you what you get. So there's the new oil separator unit, and you can see the seal there. I think that's what's gone on the old one and is allowing the thing to leak past, and that oil then weeps down onto the exhaust manifold when the car's left standing, and then of course burns off once you start the engine. It comes with new bolts. These are a different style of bolt. The other ones are female Torx, these are male Torx. Okay, so I've got all 4 of the Torx headed screws out. I didn't have the correct Torx socket to fit, but you can see here this is an 8mm ring. An 8mm ring fits absolutely perfectly on the Torx heads, no slippage, and they came out easily enough. There's a fair bit of torque on them, but they came out with no problem. Right, the oil separator is this here with the pipe. I've got all 4 screws out now, and I'm going to try to break the seal. I don't know how hard it will be. Yep, it's quite hard. There it goes. I've just pushed the pipe fitting down and it's come away. There it is. Okay, so here we have the old one, and looking at the condition, generally speaking not bad, but looking at it you can see that there is absolutely no lip to the seal whatsoever. It's been completely compressed, and I think that that is where it's been leaking past. Okay, so there's a comparison of old and new. I don't know if you can see the difference here, but look here at the profile of the seal. You can see it's flat, and look here at the profile of the seal. You can see we've got a nice O-ring. Looking at the old one, a couple of signs, a little bit of damage there perhaps. Big difference here, this seal in the middle, you can see it's gone quite hard. Yeah, and look at the difference to the new one. Yeah, the new one quite soft, which has obviously got to be carefully pushed on. I think I'm going to just put a little bit of Vaseline on that just to ease fitting the new one. Okay, this is the oil separator without the cover on. Note here there's a little locating lug there, and there is another one underneath the central part here. You can't quite see it on the camera, but there are 2 locating lugs that have got to be positioned correctly on the cover when it goes on, otherwise you won't get a seat and it won't fit properly. Okay, there's the new oil separator in place. slipped on very easily. The new central seal goes over quite easily. I just put a little tiny bit of Vaseline on it just to ease it on, and it fits over the two locating studs very neatly, and it just goes on with a satisfying click. So that all seems good. What I'm going to do now, once I sort the light out, is put the 4 new bolts in. Just one more thing to note. The new bolts are on the left, which take the male Torx head. The old one on the left takes the female Torx head. You'll see there's quite a large increase in the diameter of the new bolts, so possibly this spreads the load a bit better. It might help to prevent this seepage in the future. I don't know, but clearly there is a design difference there. Okay, here it is, all back together. No real problems. The only difficulty was this little Torx bolt here, because of the clearance to the heat shield here. It's a bit of a job to get in. I had to grip the little Torx head with a pair of mold grips in order to do that one up, because there wasn't enough room to get the socket wrench in there. But apart from that, all went well. I noticed there wasn't a hose clip on this one when I took it off, but I've just put a little stainless steel hose clip on here just to try and make sure that we don't get any leaks, and hopefully that should cure the problem of the smell of burning oil.